Hello and welcome to this match review for the game against Leeds United where we won. We won a game, ending our 4 losing streak, and obviously with a 3-1 win, 3-0 at half time, 3-0 after 25-30 minutes, absolute miracle. But we're just going to give a quick recap because obviously I'm going to have to preview the Stoke game as well in this video because for obvious reasons, it's midweek and I don't really want to do 2 separate videos, just thought I'd do it in one. So let's get into the Leeds game. So we're just going to do a general overall opinions of the game. Obviously, a few changes to the team, changes that were needed with Alcaraz and Sulemana coming into the team. The rest of the team was pretty understandable, same back four that you would expect. Obviously, Bazunu and goal, Downs playing. And then obviously the few changes of Alcaraz, Sulemana and Stuart Armstrong, of course. And I feel like that trio really helped with the creativity. I mean, I'm going to bring up the goal. Well, there was a couple, but I'm going to bring up a few images here that really explain sort of what I mean by the difference in creativity. But overall, I would say the first half we pressed well, we were very aggressive, and I think defensively we were very solid. And I have to say, off memory, there was only one error that I can remember, and that was Manning turning around in the box for no fucking reason, just hoofing it long. That is the only real error that I thought Leeds could really punish, and I'm meaning like blatant error, right? Not just like, oh, I misplaced a pass by accident or whatever, like a genuine what the fuck are you doing moment, which has been very common this season for Southampton defensively. So I feel as if that was toned down, and I think that's the difference, really. Not sort of giving away goals so cheaply allowed us to, I guess, build a bit of confidence into the game. Fuck me. Build a bit of confidence into the game, build a bit of momentum without shooting ourselves in the foot. And that second half, obviously coming out, you're up 3-0. You don't want to be too overly aggressive. You concede early, you can sort of start to wobble. And especially with our sort of last 4 games, shipping goals left, right and centre, it was understandable why we were a bit more cautious. And I feel as if people need to understand why that is. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? You're up 3-0, you have a massive lead over the opposition. You've had a great first half, but you've lost 4 in a row. You've been spanked twice, absolutely spanked twice. Most goals conceded in the league. Obviously, when you're up 3-0, you're going to try it. Okay, let's try and relax, not go too crazy going in attack, not trying to counter too crazily, trying to be defensively solid. Obviously, we gave away a goal at the set piece, which genuinely isn't a surprise. Set pieces are horrible both offensively and defensively, so that's not a surprise. But I feel like that second half was game management. First half was attack, be aggressive, put the ball in the back of the net. Second half was very much time management, be smart, game management, don't do anything overly stupid or anything. And then obviously once the likes of Alcaraz and Sulemana come off, you bring on the likes of Fraser and whatnot to sort of cement that sort of result or whatever. But let's look at some of the goals. So this is before Walker Peters goes and plays that pass to Adam Armstrong, right? And I just want to highlight something here. Charlie receives the ball in here, and I just want you to think, okay, if this was Smallbone receiving in here, if it was Downs receiving in here, if it was Adam Armstrong or whatever, do you think they would instantly turn and play this pass? I honestly don't think so. And I think that's what Charlie brings to the team. He brings the sort of the flair, the risk, the sort of creativity. And obviously, you know, I think Alcaraz, part of his game is sometimes too risky, too creative, always thinking, oh, this pass is risky, but I reckon I can make it, and giving the ball away. But I feel as if when he's in this sort of hole, that's where he can be the best. And I mean, that's a great pass out to Walker Peters. And obviously, Walker Peters plays this beautiful ball. I mean, that's fucking excellent. That ball's excellent. Adam Armstrong, I don't know what the centre-half's doing. He's in fucking, I don't know, fantasy realm. A great run from Adam Armstrong. And obviously, he slots it home. And it's just onside by maybe a foot, half a foot, something like that. On first viewing, I did think it was offside, but he was very much on. It's a great run, and it's really just a well-crafted goal. And as well, you could say here that this is the sort of inverted fullback, right? He's in a sort of centre-mid role. So I guess that's what sort of Russell Martin wants from his fullbacks. And this is for the second goal. And again, it's Sulemana sort of driving down here, and that's where I want the directness. That's what him and Adozie sort of do often. Adozie typically overdoes it, I feel, a lot of the time. Obviously, Sulemana does have moments where he overruns it or whatever, but I do feel Edozie sometimes overdoes it, maybe tries to beat someone in an area that isn't really beneficial if you do beat him. But this ball here, I mean, it is a little bit surprising that no Leeds player is sort of in this hole in some regard. Like, he should obviously be marking Smallbone, or he should be a little bit drifted in. But then it's like, oh, well, you know, Charlie's there, blah, blah. So it's a bit of a mess in there, but that ball's excellent. I mean, this is just fucking scribbles. I apologise. That's a great ball. And then obviously Smallbone's finished. First time, no hesitation, bottom corner. It's a brilliant goal. And this is sort of, again, Alcaraz sort of creating that, well, not creating the space for Walker-Peters, but playing into the space for Walker-Peters in the sort of situation I feel as if a lot of our midfielders wouldn't do. Sulemana, again, plays this ball into Smallbone. And the next goal, the pass is excellent. Now, in this situation here, I mean, this is the definition of creativity. I mean, who plays that? Who plays that? The space is so minimal in that area. I think, again, as I said, probably the only players that would play that are Sulemana and Charlie. They will take that risk. They will take that opportunity to try and play a pass. I mean, he's shaping up to shoot. He knows exactly what he's doing. He wants to play it to Armstrong, but sort of keep the attention on him. Oh, he's going to shoot. Let's press him and then play the ball out. It's an absolutely excellent pass. It's a brilliant assist. Sulemana getting 2 assists. Absolutely excellent. But again, would Smallbone make that pass? Would Downs make that pass? Maybe Stuart Armstrong? Maybe. Would Che Adams try and make that pass? Would Armstrong make that pass? Would Manning make that pass? I'm not sure. I'm not sure they would. And I think that's the creativity that we were lacking when Sulemana obviously didn't have a pre-season, so it's understandable he wasn't in the team for a long time. And Alcaraz, who's obviously had issues behind the scenes with language and whatnot. So I feel as if when those two players on the field, we do have a lot more creativity. Now, obviously, creative players typically aren't the greatest on defence. I think Alcaraz is actually pretty decent on defence. Sulemana-wise, off memory, wasn't too bad, but obviously, you know, he may have just had a good game. I don't know. I can't really remember. It's hard because last season we were so bad defensively. It's hard to remember who actually defended well. But yeah, I think those two have to play. Obviously, you can't play them every game, like obviously. But if we want to be creative, those two players have to play. And then obviously, Adam Armstrong sat that defender on his ass. I mean, that was actually impressive. I've never seen Adam Armstrong do that ever. He broke his ankles completely and then puts it in. I don't know if it's an own goal or not. I mean, it looked like an own goal to me, but I don't really care if it was or not. It's a good goal, and it's 3-0 about, 30 minutes, and we're just thinking, what has happened here? And I think this is the sort of part where we can say this is sort of some proof. Obviously, it's a long season. Shit could still go south, right? Shit could still go to the fucking sewer, I guess. Why is my camera like that? I don't know, but it is what it is. It's a little bit grainy. But obviously, I think we can take positives from this result. Obviously, there was a lot of positives. And we can sort of see what Russell Martin is envisioning. Because I feel like this performance today was something that we sort of expected. Maybe not so clinical. Because Southampton normally fucking shit up front, right? But I think we were very clinical. I think we were very decisive with our passing. We didn't hesitate to play the ball. And I think that comes from what Russell Martin says a lot. Bravery, courage, and all these sort of things to sort of play the way we want. But what a result, you know. We've got to build off it now. We can't just win like that. Damn, it is loud outside. It's raining. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's fucking loud. But from now, we need to build on this. We can't just have one good performance. Yeah, 3 points, sweet as, great result. And then fuck off against Stoke City, play shit, and the next game play shit. Like, we have to keep that up. And that's where Stoke City is going to be crucial. And we're going to talk about that now. I think, wait, we home away? Shit, I better look that up. All right, so our next game is away on a wet, well, we don't know if it's going to be wet, but you know what I mean. Cold, shit, wet, maybe, potentially. Tuesday night football against Stoke City. Stoke City won their last game, 16th place, 3 points behind us. Obviously, table's still tight. You know, you win one game, you could be fucking up 10 places. So really, the standings don't really matter unless you're sort of sitting at the moment top 3. I'd say top 3 are doing very well points-wise, and then Sheffield Wednesday not doing so great. But sort of the middle pack from 4th to 18th, only 6 points. You know, Stoke City wins 2 games, they're fucking top 8. You know, so it's not that deep in terms of their position. And obviously, coming off the back of a win, they'll be feeling very confident, and that's probably similar to us. You know, 4 losses in a row, finally get a win against a Leeds team that had been starting to really click. It's going to be an interesting game. I can't remember the last time we played Stoke. A very, very long time ago. Well, not like 20 years, but like 5 years or 6, 7 years or something like that. But let's just move straight into it. Obviously, again, I don't know much about Stoke, so I'm not going to really comment too much on them. But I do think there's sort of they were managed by Nathan Jones, so they've definitely got some club issues if he got hired, similar to us. But yeah, I mean, let's just get into it. I'll go into our preferred lineup. I don't really think I should change much, but it is an away from home game. We played a few days ago. Probably should rotate a little bit. So obviously Bazunu in goal. Obviously that's fairly obvious. Maybe a clean sheet would be fucking nice, but probably not. We are the worst defence in the league. Oh, actually, we're tied worst defence. Whey! Come on. Blackburn, welcome to the club. 20 goals conceded in 9 games. Get in. Walker Peters, obviously right back. Centre-back pairings of Bednarak and Harwood Bell. I don't know how to say that properly. I feel like I'm a mug every time I say it. Left-back Manning. And then midfield, I think, for me, you know, I said Charles, Downs, Alcaraz. I'll still say the same. I mean, Smallbone had a great game, and I feel as if at home, I think you can be like naturally more front-footed, and then away from home, you're naturally more conservative, more cautious. So I feel as if a Charles Downs midfield with Alcaraz could really work. But obviously, I'm no professional manager, but that's what I'd go for. And then front 3 of Suleiman, I think, has to play. I mean, 2 assists. I mean, he was excellent all game. He got man of the match. I mean, I think you have to play him. And then I think you have to play Adam Armstrong. And then Stuart Armstrong, I don't know if he has the legs to play a game 3-4 days after the last one. So maybe if Fraser would start. I think when I'm thinking about it, I don't know about playing in a Dozy and a Suleiman, very direct wingers. I don't know if you want both of them. I feel like you want a sort of one side is very direct attacking, one side can sort of be more conservative and sort of be another midfielder in certain aspects. So I think you'll probably do Fraser, and I think I'd probably go Fraser as well. The issue is it sort of feels like all our wingers are left-sided. Like Suleiman is a left wing. Adozi's a left wing. Fraser's a left wing. You know, we should have got some right wingers, but it is what it is. Get a left footer on the right wing and bend it like Robin. Yeah, it would be sick. But that's sort of the team, and it's quick and easy because I don't think we really need to change it. I think that game really showed us how good some of our players can be. I mean, Charlie and Suleiman have to play. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Back four's not going to change. Keeper's not going to change. Downs is obviously going to start. It'd only be really Charles and Smallbone. Probably Smallbone will play, but I'd probably prefer Charles to have more defensive security. And then the front 3, again, obviously Suleiman have to start. Adam Armstrong has to start. And then it's sort of a toss-up between Fraser and Stuart Armstrong. I'll go Stuart Armstrong just for the sole base that, you know, I don't know if his legs can keep up. He's a bit old now. But yeah, that will be my team for preferred lineup. Prediction-wise, I finally predicted us to lose, and we won. I think that result against Leeds was the first time I predicted a loss. Most of them have just been draws, but obviously we ended up losing most of them. So I think I'll go for. Am I confident enough to say a win? I'm not. I think a draw. I think Stoke is not an easy place to go, and I feel as if, yes, obviously we're coming off a good win, so is Stoke obviously as well, but I feel like. How do I imagine this game going? I feel like Stoke are just going to try counter us and we're going to have a hard time breaking through their lines. That's honestly my gut feeling about it because Leeds were more expansive, obviously, you know, being a team that's that should be challenging for the league. Obviously, relegated Premier League team, so obviously they're going to be more expansive, attempt to play more possession, stuff like that. I feel like Stoke may not be as much, and that will sort of give us too much of the ball and sort of fuck around with it. So it will be a good challenge to see if we've actually improved in our possession game. But I will go for a draw. We won't get a clean sheet because it's not possible. I reckon just a 1-1, maybe a 2-1, 1-1 probably. We'll go for a 1-1. Let me know your predictions as well. I will do a community post as well. I keep fucking forgetting. I will do a community post where you can place your vote on what result you think it's going to be. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Obviously, I'll be live streaming it. Watch along. It's actually at a great time for me. It's at when I normally stream, so that's perfect. But yeah, that's going to be the video. It's sort of a mixture. It's sort of hard to sort of focus on one when I'm also doing the review and stuff like that as well. But that's going to be the video. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you boys for the watch along. Hopefully, this could be the start of the upturn for Southampton, and maybe 2 wins in a row. That would be absolutely a miracle from God.